Hey, anyone who may be watching this, I'm only making this hopefully short video just to talk about my favorite weapon. That's always been my favorite weapon, and I have proof of it. My Last Perdition. It's always been my baby. It's always been my favorite pulse rifle. Once Masterworks came out, I immediately made this Masterwork, and as you see, I've only got almost 4,000 kills. I planned on taking it to 5,000, but who knows? I'm sure I will with this one. But then this eventually came out, and I really liked this one too, the Frostmeyer's Hex. I decided to make it Masterwork, and I got 842 kills on it. And um, then this one, I don't remember what came out first, but then I got 211 on this one. But all that combined, I would have had nearly 5,000 if I wasn't using this or this. But with that aside, I'm gonna, hopefully if I can find any, show some clips as to why this is my favorite pulse rifle, and it's always been my favorite. And there's the proof right there. This is the year one version, my very first one that I've gotten. I don't know why I have this shader on. I meant to put that one on. It's kind of similar in a sort of slight way. I need to change that. But yeah, so I'm gonna play some footage and show y'all why this is my. Oh, also my Atlanta D XG 1992 has slideways kill clip. Personally, I like slideways on my submachine guns, because I should say my submachine gun here, because this is basically the only one I use until I get the recluse right now. I don't know how many times this has saved me when I just sliding and taking out the guy, because when you slide you only get 5 bullets in here, and I'm like, and you, like 2 seconds later you can slide again and get another 5, and I'm like, this has saved me so many times already. And I just made this Masterwork yesterday, and well, halfway Masterwork, because I wanted to count my kills on here. But quickly I'm going to go to the tower and show y'all my other Atlanta D, the original Atlanta D. Nobody else really liked it, and I did. Everyone was using the Antelope D, or the Antelope as people like to call it, and which is it's a humorous name for it. But I will show you why I like it. Ignore my vault. It's full, and I need to eventually go through it once I have like forced myself to make time. That's the Antelope D. I have it just because, you know, as a collector. Here we go. Turn this off. Okay. My Atlanta D has 1687 kills on it, and people are saying it's not a good gun. And maybe it's not, but I had a lot of luck with it, and ew, so much stability is gone on that. But anyways, 1687 kills with it. It was one of my favorite submachine guns to use, because it wasn't the Antelope D, and I'm not a meta user, and I'm like, I want to be out of the meta, because me and my friends, we don't like using the meta as a crutch, you know, so we do this kind of stuff. This is my favorite. It works for me. It probably won't work for anyone else or many people, but this gun worked for me. And then I was doing stuff on Nessus for the Black Armory, and then I got my in a second, hopefully, my Atlanta DXG 1992. Saw the slideways kill clip. I was like, will slideways actually work though? So I took it in PvP and I was trying it out, and I'm like, it saved me a lot of times, as I've already said. And my Last Perdition, always used it since year one, you know, unless I was using a hand cannon, like the I forget which one it was, but then this and whatnot, and then I decided, because once I saw that for whatever reason, Bungie brought my gun back that literally nobody ever used. I was like, okay, either the role I want is Outlaw Rampage, or I'll just wait until I reach Legend in Quick Play, and I'll get the Rangefinder Rampage, or I want the Outlaw Kill Clip with Counterbalance, and or Targeting Adjuster, whichever works. But I know for me, Counterbalance stock works. But and I got the Masterwork stability on there, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna farm for this. So about 2.3 thousand tokens later, I finally got my God roll on my Last Perdition, and yeah, I mean it's kind of disappointing to see that everyone's now using this weapon when they never used it like before, because um, you know, it was my favorite, and so I'm like, I hope it doesn't become a part of the meta just because it's so good and it's always been good, at least to me. And because since things will become part of the meta, like I used to use the Graviton Lance until the buff, and I used to use it on my Warlock when I used to get on there, get its power up to excuse me, to you know, I used to go into PvP with the Graviton Lance, and even though it was bad, I always used it on my Warlock, and always used to beat people with it. And then once they did the buff, I put the gun away, and I haven't touched it since. But sometimes I would take it out of my vault because I wanted to use it, because I used it when it was bad, so I could use it when it's good, you know? But that was very rare. But with this gun, I'm thinking, you know what, since this has always been my baby since year one, since like the first time I ever got my Last Perdition here, I don't care if this becomes a part of the meta. If it ever does somehow, this is mine right here. But yeah, I'm just making a quick video on these well, two guns, but two variants of this Last Perdition, just to show that why this is my favorite gun, and it's always been my favorite pulse rifle in the game. I think it was the 3 Graves, which I don't have on me. Also, Rat King has always been my favorite, and I can't wait for them to come out with the what do you want to call it? The Catalyst. But once the Catalyst comes out, then watch a lot of people try this Rat King out. Because no one's using it now. I'm calling it here right now. But yeah, so there you go. Hopefully, if I have any footage, I will show you why this is my favorite. Has always been my favorite pulse rifle. Like, none has beat it for me. Not even the Redrix. But yeah, hopefully, if I have any footage, I'll put it on here. Yep. Nice snipe from him. I'll give him that. Really good snipe. Nice. I got my super 3 times that game.
Remind me to bring you along the next time I feel like
Oh, holy shit.